Happy holidays, y'all! This is Jillian from Maxine Makes Magic, and we are officially in the holiday season. Now, we don't have tickets to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. You guys, I swear to God, I've tried to say this like 15 times. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We're not going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year, but what we are doing is making some awesome treats all throughout the holiday season so you can bring the party to your home just like me this year. Blog after blog post on the Disney Parks blog, I came across some really awesome treats, some of which I'm going to recreate all throughout the holiday season, but one in particular caught my eye, and that's the gingerbread cake from Columbia Harbour House. Columbia Harbour House is in the Liberty Square area of the Magic Kingdom. Think Haunted Mansion, and you'll know exactly where you're at. And one thing I love about this gingerbread cake is it's not exclusive to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Finally got it right, yes. But it's not only exclusive to the party this year. It is something that is available all throughout the day until 5 p.m. So the only way you're going to miss it is if you're only going to the party and not the park for the day. So keep that in mind, but guess what? You have me, and we can go ahead and make this guy at home. With a combination of recipes that I found all across the internet, I'm able to come up with this really awesome gingerbread cake. I always include the recipes in the description below to give the folks that came up with the original combinations the credit they deserve. So thank you so much for sharing. But we combined a couple different recipes today to make this gingerbread cake. Here is the reference picture for today. The recipe is going to be interesting because it does require a lot of different components, but what this cake essentially is a gingerbread chiffon cake, so really light, really spongy, thin layers, with a cream cheese frosting in the shape of a triangle. It kind of looks like a tree. And then on the top, you have caramel ganache and a little gingerbread chocolate piece. And it comes together to form this adorable treat that I am ready to dive into. So as always, let's go ahead and do our ingredient roundup and get into the holiday season, y'all. All right, y'all, it's time for our ingredient roundup, and we'll get the ingredients put together today? Jillian here from the future. Little did past Jillian realize, but if we were to sit here and break down every ingredient needed for this recipe, we'd be here for about an additional 8 minutes. So through the power of video editing, please enjoy this expedited version of our ingredient roundup. Joining me for our ingredient roundup, and let's go ahead and bring the cake ingredients together and get that going in the oven. To start off today's recipe, we'll get a large mixing bowl and combine our shortening and our sugar with a hand mixer. On a medium to low speed, we'll want to use our beater attachments to bring together the mixture. Once our mixture becomes light and fluffy, we'll be able to beat in our whisked egg as well as our molasses. Once our molasses is incorporated, we can add in our flour in batches until combined. Once this mixture is combined, we can add in batches of hot water. This is going to help thin the batter out and make it easy to spread in our cake pan. In a large cake pan lined with parchment paper, flour, and oil, we can pop our cake in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. Let's move on to our caramel ganache. In a microwave safe dish, you're going to want to combine your white chocolate chips and heavy cream, popping those in the oven in 30-second bursts. In between intervals, you'll want to take the dish out of the microwave, being careful because it could potentially be hot. Using the heat of the bowl, we'll continue to melt down the chocolate chips and use the assistance of the microwave until it's fully combined. Once incorporated, we can add in our caramel sauce as well as our vanilla extract and mix together. Once combined, we can pop this in the fridge for 2 hours covered in plastic wrap. Using a hand mixer fit with our whisk attachments, we're going to go ahead and beat the mixture together until it's light and fluffy. We'll add that mixture to a piping bag fit with a coupler and a basket weaving piping tip and set aside so we can start on our cream cheese frosting. In a small bowl, we'll go ahead and sift our powdered sugar and get our stand mixer going with our cream cheese on a medium to high speed for about anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes is usually my standard. Once the cream cheese is starting to look fluffy, you can scrape down the sides of your bowl and start to incorporate your powdered sugar in small batches. This is going to help avoid powdered sugar going all over your kitchen. You'll also want to add in your vanilla and continue to beat until you get a fluffy mixture. Moving along to making our little gingerbread men, we're going to combine semi-sweet chocolate chips and coconut oil in the microwave on small bursts until combined. We'll add that chocolate into a sandwich bag and pipe into our gingerbread mold and then add them into the fridge to chill. Now it's time for the fun part, our cake assembly. I went ahead and grabbed some parchment paper and cut it into the shape of a triangle, which can be alternated to cut out our cake slices. We'll need 3 cake slices per each individual cake serving in order to match our inspiration picture today. Using a piping bag fit with a round tip attachment, we'll go ahead and pipe our cream cheese frosting on the first 2 layers of our cake. I worked in a zigzag pattern and then filled in any gaps I found in my frosting. Once frosted, we stacked on our final layer of cake and can move on to adding our caramel ganache. Using the piping tip attachment we added earlier, I piped the caramel ganache back and forth in sweeping motions in order to create a tree effect. Once completed, I can add on my sprinkles that look like little Christmas tree ornaments and our gingerbread friend as well. And once complete, there you have it, our little gingerbread cake that looks like the gingerbread cake from Columbia Harbour House. All right, y'all, we finished our gingerbread cake from Columbia Harbour House, and I am thrilled with how this turned out. It turned out so cute. It smells absolutely amazing. I mean, it's gingerbread, it's going to smell amazing, but my whole house smelled like gingerbread for the hours that I was putting this video together. It smells so good. I think the layers turned out really great overall. A great cream cheese frosting in the middle. I did have to put this in and out of the refrigerator a couple times just to ensure that it stayed nice and chilled. And I think the caramel ganache turned out fantastic. Our little chocolate gingerbread man, oh my gosh, this thing is so cute and really heavy. I don't know how it would be in the park, but this is a lot heavier than I thought it was gonna be. But I think if you're paying for a little gingerbread cake like this, I'll have to take a look at the cost of that and pop it on the screen. But if you're paying for what I can imagine is pretty pricey in the park for a holiday item, that you're getting your money's worth if it's this dense. So the only thing we have left to do is, of course, the taste test. My favorite part of the video. Okay, we're gonna get into it. What point of the tree? I don't know where I should dive into. I don't want to go into the middle. I think I'm just gonna take an end here because I don't want too much of this yet. I'm actually gonna share this with my family this evening. So I have to, of course, make sure that it passed the test. This thing is so big it barely fits on the plate. All right, I got a good amount of ganache, a good amount of filling. Let's just give you guys a little image of the layers here that I dug into, and let's go for it. That's amazing. Whoa. I mean, the only thing I will say is maybe the cake could be a little more moist. The cake's a teeny bit dry, but I half expected that, knowing that there's a lot of assembly that goes into this, and I put it in the refrigerator overnight, but the flavors are wild on this. Okay, I'm gonna take one more tiny bite. My husband's in the other room and he's probably rolling his eyes because he knows I'm supposed to be sharing this tonight, but I wanna take one more bite. Guys, my mind's exploding. This is so good. I know I have said this several times in the channel, but this is probably one of the best things that we've created here on the channel, or recreated here on the channel. This is awesome. I mean, if you're a gingerbread person, you're already going to love this. That's just a given. But on top of that, you get that really nice cream cheese frosting that goes really well with the gingerbread flavor. The caramel ganache is actually very subtle. I'm getting, it balances actually really well with the cream cheese. This is definitely shareable. This is not meant for one person. I mean, it could be. If you want to go for it, go for it. I would have a huge stomachache if I ate all this by myself, but you know, you do you. For judgment-free zone here on the channel. but this is so worth it. If you guys are in the holiday spirit, if you're not able to go to the parks during this time of year, especially if you're not able to go to Magic Kingdom or Columbia Harbour House, this is such a good dupe for home. I'm so incredibly impressed by this. Again, all of the recipes that I used are in the description below. Thank you to the original creators of those recipes. They came together to make a really, really awesome treat that we get to celebrate all throughout the remainder of the holiday season. If you like videos just like this one, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss one of my videos. If you like Disney Parks content, I'm your girl. I have an entire series on my channel where I recreate Disney Parks eats and treats. As always, this is Jillian from Maxine Makes Magic, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye, guys!